Hi guys, so this is the Muscle and Strength Nutrition Pyramid, and basically it's the hierarchy of the importance of different nutritional sort of aspects. So right at the bottom, obviously you've got the behavior and lifestyle as sort of a subsection just before the energy balance, that first step on the pyramid. Now the behavior and lifestyle changes are going to be just basically having an active approach to eating a little bit more healthily, and just being a bit more active throughout the day. But that's just a bit of a given. The first step on the pyramid, obviously number one, is energy balance. So that just refers to the difference between your calories that you consume and the calories that you burn. So depending on how different that total energy in versus energy out is, will depend on whether you gain weight, maintain weight, or lose weight. So for example, an energy balance would be that your calories in completely match your calories out. So the calories that you consume through food and drink completely match the energy that you expend throughout the day, so depending on how active you are. Now, if you want to lose weight, obviously you need to eat less and move more to create a greater energy balance. If you want to gain weight, you need to be eating more than you are moving, or taking in more energy than you're burning. So that's the important bit. So if you can figure out how many calories that you need to eat or burn, we'll do all this for you. But if you can try and maintain that, you will either lose, maintain, or gain weight. It is just simple maths that once you adhere to it, it will be completely efficient. Obviously, the second step up from that, and going into a little bit more detail, is the macronutrients. So depending on your goals, most of you will be very, very similar in the sort of ratios and how the macronutrients are broken down. But they will change or alter depending on goals, training type, and sort of body composition. And also gender as well. That'll make a big difference, but we'll go into that individually. The macronutrients, it might seem a bit of a fancy long word just for carbohydrates, protein, and fat. Now, carbohydrates and protein, for every gram of those, you will get 4 calories. For every gram of fat, there is 9 calories. So that's very important to take into consideration in regards to the energy balance. So obviously, if you're eating more fat, you're going to be twice as energetic as protein and carbohydrates. So there's going to be a higher rate of overspill on the energy that you take in. So that's why you need to be a bit careful. That's why a lot of people demonize fat as a bad macronutrient that's going to gain weight. However, that's not necessarily the case. Obviously, if you eat within your calorie totals and your macronutrient totals, you will be fine. But we'll keep on top of that for you, so you don't have to worry too much about that. Following on from the macronutrients, you've got the micronutrients. These are things like your vitamins and minerals, and these can be sort of ingested through food and through drink. Ideally, you want to get as much micronutrients as possible from your food. So your food choices should relate that. So you want to get as much nutritional micronutrients, as much vitamins and minerals from your food choices that will fit into macronutrients, and then will eventually fit your calorie total. So it all filters down back to that energy balance. As long as you've got the energy balance correct, you will gain, lose, or maintain weight depending on your goals. Above the micronutrients, you've got the nutrient timing. So this just relates to the time of day or the time around your workout that you eat, that you consume different types of macronutrients. Now, a lot of people will say that intermittent fasting works, that eating certain food choices in the morning or around the workout will be beneficial. That is very subjective to your individual preference, your training. Whatever is most adherent to is going to be the most beneficial. So if intermittent fasting works for you, then that is the route that you should follow. The best program that you can ever do is the one that you're going to follow the most efficiently. So nutrient timing isn't a massive issue. Obviously, the bottom 3 are the more important ones. As we get up to the top 2, number 4 and number 5, they become less important. As long as you've got that first energy balance sorted, like I've said, you will see the results. Above the nutrient timing, we've got the supplements. So these should be the final final aspect of your nutritional profile. And basically they're literally just to supplement your current diet. So if you're lacking in a certain micronutrient, say vitamin B, for example, you might want to increase the amount of vitamin B that you intake by adding a supplementation of that. Now, we will suggest getting certain supplements because it's going to be beneficial to performance, weight loss, muscle growth, all sorts of different things dependent on your goals. Now, if you're not getting enough micronutrients or macronutrients from your current diet, we will advise a supplementation of that. So a lot of you will be advised to take whey protein or some sort of protein source, ideally whey, just to supplement your current diet. But yeah, just coming back onto those key points, energy balance is the most important, obviously the bottom of the pyramid. Without that, everything else will fail. Above the energy balance is the macronutrients. As long as you're hitting your macronutrient totals, it will equate to your energy balance, the correct energy balance for you. So those first two steps on the pyramid, up from the bottom, are the most important, and those are the ones that you really need to sort of think about, or let us think about for you, basically. But if you can adhere to those bottom two, the rest will fall into place, and we can sort of advise accordingly on that. But if you've got any other questions, don't hesitate to get in touch. But this is the basis of the nutritional pyramid and how it's effective for you. But hope you enjoyed.